Once again, thank you for your time, Frank. Today I'm going to show and explain the concept behind seismic and static loading resistant concrete. Now, as you know, structures around the world are becoming more and more exposed to natural forces due to the drastic shift in Earth's environment and many other reasons. Seismic and static loading resistant concrete is a simple yet tested method to help fortify our structures and protect them from artificial and natural forces. Now, during recent and past earthquakes, it was seen that reinforced concrete structures with deep girders and short columns failed and sustained heavy damage. This was especially found due to the brittle shear failure of the columns under the loading of the earthquake. So here is there's the loading being applied under the earthquake in all directions, and it causes a brittle shear failure. The shear failure was caused by tension and compression at the same time. Due to this, reinforced concrete frames are classified according to their predicted failure modes, and from there on, design procedures for reinforced concrete structures were and still are reviewed critically. Due to this, seismic resistant concrete became an absolute must as the occurrence of earthquakes increases, especially for the highly affected zones. A lot of external frames and structures today are typically constructed of reinforced concrete columns and deep beams. So an example of what this looks like would be something like this. Looking at it in a 3D perspective. So inside the concrete pillar, there is reinforced steel. Although designed according to present seismic codes in order to resist the lateral and longitudinal loads. However, even though such care and attention to code was taken into place, these frames sustain heavy damage due to the shear flexure of the shorter, deeper columns. This was especially noted in the 1968 Tokachi Oki earthquake in Japan. The purpose of seismic resistant and static cyclic flexural loading resistant concrete is to evaluate the earthquake response no matter what kind and to resist suitable seismic load factors to prevent structural collapse under earthquakes. Seismic resistant concrete focuses on the strength and the toughness of the concrete. Whereas the static loading, so this is for seismic, and for static loading focuses on the ability of concrete to resist forces, which is another name for toughness. So in shorter words, static cyclic loading focuses on toughness. Since they both have similar attributes, the only major difference between the two is that seismic hits with a big force for a shorter amount of time, whereas static hits with a shorter force or a smaller force, so to say, for a greater amount of time. By focusing on the strength and toughness deciding factors of concrete, we can easily manipulate or change these properties to our desire and to what duration of time. In other words, we can produce a concrete in which the strength is high, however, the toughness is low. So this would be the ideal case. For seismic resistance. And it would be vice versa for static. Hopefully, you understand seismic and static loading concrete resistant a little more, and now I would like to thank you once again for your time.